Hello, hello, and welcome to Show of Force Majeure. While everybody gets their seats, you can just check on the back of your ticket, and there's an assigned letter and number system there, and you'll find it. I'm going to read a very short poem called Time. The future is a rumor that time may not prove true. Time itself unspooling like a bobbin on a loom. And this flare of lust and wonder that you perceive as you is a knotted wisp of friction that time will unconfuse. Ooh, cheers, my guys. Cheers. This one was a long week, or I don't know, just kind of a mush of undifferentiated time, some of it sleeping and some of it awake. Thank you for joining me on this Thursday's installment. I'm drinking Bud Light from a plastic cup, and I'm barefoot from the knees down. Here's a little poem that I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be a rap song or not. I don't think it is. Little Victoria Sly overdosed on the placebo, caught herself a sugar high. She had 20 years of beauty, but she spent it all in 10, leaning through most evenings on less than gentle men. And when I asked of her late husband, she adopted an air of regret. So the reporters would tell you I killed him, but he was dead when we met. She put her finger in the socket, said the shock reset her head, said everybody needs an outlet, cut her buzz, and head to bed. There is something minor. It's minor. Don't worry about it. It's a small thing. It's off stage and I forgot to do it. Hang tight. No problem. Don't worry. Everything's going to plan. Fantastic. I ended up Googling Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs today because I was curious to know where the human need for touch might fit into our larger constellation of human needs. Do you remember that from high school? It was like a triangle full of shit you need with self-actualization at the top. That's when you get to be the kind of person you want to be. But first you got to get all this other stuff. I don't know where human touch goes. But it's crazy because I feel like for people who are quarantining with fam, that's got to drive you nuts because you don't get to be alone. But for people who are quarantining alone, that drives you another sort of nuts, because you don't get to hug anybody. On that note, retrieved from the recycling bin of Abraham Maslow. Maslow's pyramid of cravings. Maslow's treehouse of demands. Maslow's lean-to of revenge fantasies. Light sedation and submission holds. Maslow's guide to actualizing others by force. As is always the case, I'm going to collect donations from tonight to share with any artistic guests that we might have joining us this evening. And the charity for this week will be the New York Food Bank. Extra shout out to the Harlem location. You guys rock. D, you're a boss. So, ready? This is the moment where I'm going to show you the Venmo information. If you're sweating your own, monthly bills, do not. Ain't no thing. Keep your money in your pocket. Ready? Here we go. Now is the time to take a screenshot. Got it? Now it's just fantastic. This evening, we have a guest. I'd like to welcome to lower stage, Matthew Santos. Hi, Matthew.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you, Matt?
I'm good. I took a shower today, so that's that.
Yeah. Congrats. Okay. This is gonna take. Oh, this will take just a little bit of doing. Matt, I'm gonna go this way. What do you got?
I kind of have to go this way myself.
Or do you?
Well.
No, I'll go this way. I'll go this way.
Are you sure?
I'll do it. But no. If everybody can imagine that side, okay,
I'm sorry, I lost you. I didn't hear any of that explanation.
that's fine.
Okay.
Are you ready to rock?
I think so.
Are you handsome?
Yes.
Are you funny?
Sometimes, not especially, I guess. I have my moments.
Are you smart?
Yes.
Have you been successful with other women?
Why do you ask that?
That's a fair question, I think.
I've been successful to a point.
To a point.
It was a fair answer.
All right, your turn.
Are you beautiful?
Yes.
Very?
Yes, I think so.
Are you vain?
No, just answering honestly.
Are you looking to marry into money?
I think I'll know what I'm looking for when I find it.
That's a bit of a dodge.
It was a bit of a bullet.
I don't see how.
No one wants to acknowledge that love and money mix, and they always do.
You mean you've always mixed them?
No, I mean, well, have you ever signed a prenup?
Yes.
Well, then you've married for money. Your own.
Clever, but I don't think quite true. Do you consider yourself a wit?
I suppose I do.
Are you generous?
I'd say I'm generous.
Would your friends say you're generous?
Yeah, it would depend on which ones you asked. Okay, my turn. Do you have a temper?
You mean in my relationships?
No, I mean any type of temper.
I haven't been in a fight since high school.
And then over a girl.
No, I don't remember what we were drinking.
Are you a drunk?
A drinker?
Do you smoke cigarettes?
I used to.
When'd you quit?
Last night?
You're kidding.
I'm not.
Did you quit so that you'd be able to say no today?
You flatter yourself.
One of us has to.
All right, my turn. Are you successful with men?
With most.
Okay, and when you're not, why aren't you?
I'm probably easier to fall for than I am to live with.
Are you high maintenance?
I ask for a lot, but not more than I'm willing to give.
Are you emotional?
At the moment, no, I feel nothing whatsoever.
Cute. Are you depressive?
I have been.
Why?
Don't need much of a reason. Just comes and goes.
And do you think that makes you some sort of a romantic?
I used to. Now I think it makes me a prescription for Xanax.
Why are you so guarded?
This says I'm guarded.
Are you?
I am.
Well, why?
An aversion to pain, like anyone else.
What sort of pain are we talking?
I dislike all sorts of pain with equal enthusiasm.
Do you ever open up to people or just try to entertain them?
So I'm entertaining you.
Less and less.
Are you tired of this exchange?
I don't know. I think I started tired.
Of the exchange? Or just generally tired?
I don't know.
Did I go too far? I'm sorry if I did. I know I have a tendency to press.
Why do you always do this? Like, I always become tender at the end.
I don't do that. Do I? Do I always do that?
Every time. You inflict these tiny little injuries just to nurse them away.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't intend to. Truly. We can stop.
Nah, it's all right.
Will you meet me again next week?
Does it really make sense to?
You don't want to.
I didn't I didn't say that.
Well,
All right, yeah. Yeah, I will. I will. Damn. I didn't check the camera. I think I may have been this like the whole time.
hold on. Can we get a thumbs up or a thumbs down? You could see Matthew's head, right? You could see his head. Oh, God.
Uh, just, of course, everybody knows that Dessa wrote that. I've gotten boos from the crowd before after some of these lines.
Matthew, thank you so much, man.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
See ya. Yeah.
All right. Talk to you soon. Matthew Santos.
Adios.
Oh, gosh. That's got it. Okay. Matthew Santos is a bandmate and, more importantly, like a really long time friend now. And he and I very often perform that back to back when we're on the road. So he was kind enough to jump on the internets and do it tonight. Okay, it's almost time. I'm broadcasting. I'm talking on my phone in Central Time. I'm in Minneapolis. And I know I see a few names. What up, Aviva? I see a few names from the Eastern Time Zone. I see a few names from a couple hours in the past on the West Coast. Hey, what's up, Chicago? But I don't know if the tradition is being followed where you live, but at 8 p.m. Central Time, and in a lot of other cities around the country, people will open up their windows to clap in a quick show of thanks for everybody who's still working to keep society rolling. So before I walk to my window, very quickly, I'm going to show the Venmo information one more time. If you do want to make a donation, all the cash tonight is going to go either to the New York Food Bank or to the performer, in this case, Matt, who joined us today. What's up, Omaha? What's up, Red Wing? That's awesome. All right, to the window with us. Really? In my teeth? I do. Okay. Here we are. Welcome to the kitchen. Staying light later. Does anybody else feel like there's, well, I'm sure everybody does, there's slowly reconnecting with just your surroundings because there's fewer distractions from them, right? And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I've inserted into the farmer's almanac. Like I noticed, like, oh, that tree is blossoming today, but yesterday it weren't. Sunset is 42 seconds later tonight. I would have never noticed that before. Okay, open with the window. What's up, Portland? Every day I open and I hope I'm going to hear someone else clap. I haven't yet. If any of you live in the uptown Minneapolis region, will you clap extra hard? Con brillo. I can't hear you, but I'm going to do it. Thank you. It is a pretty night. All right, now for our next segment, we're going to go to a new part of the set. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Are you safe in the tripod? You look safe. You look secure. Do you feel scared? You don't feel scared. Guys, I'm slowly becoming Simsy Fixie. My crewmate, I can feel me sort of wandering into his persona. Okay, just, you look good. You look great. Stay there for just a second. I was in a text exchange the other day with my friend and Instagram Live rival, Jeremy Messersmith. And he's gotten into haikus. I have like a very dabbling interest in them. It's a funny little form. And we were talking about this one particular haiku that's really famous, and I guess it was really tough to translate. And essentially, it's about a frog that jumps into a pond, and then the sound of that splash reverberates. And there was all these English-speaking poets who tried to translate that haiku. And then there was this one like Canadian cat who translated it like this, where the circle is the pond, and the little squiggle of an uppercase Q is the path of the frog. And I'm gonna say some snotty shit. I don't believe in poetry in translation. I think that's a lie. I don't think you can translate poetry, really. Haters, come at me. But that I think is such a clever interpretation, right? Ooh, it's so clever. I loved it. Okay, I've been working on a little bit of new poetry of late, and this is one called Socket. I check with my fingers, feeling for the holes where the lightning is dispensed. I know both shapes, but they just won't align. One prong is always wrong ways, nosing into the wall again like a tiny mad cow. The task is difficult in darkness, but darkness is the occasion for the task. I try to glide and guide the little metal antlers home, but they refuse to dock. And rage is happening to me, which is silly for such a tiny... God damn it, just go! But the outlet is like a skull with one eye. The wall self-seals against me, personally. And of all the parts that don't fit right, all the larger missing pieces in my life, this rebuff is the most insulting. This disregard of simple physics, but then it sinks and locks and the circuit is closed. The light slams up so I can see her, reflected in the full length, kneeling, surprised to be discovered, the real me, who did not know that I was coming. It's a poem. All right, guys. I'm my own sound engineer for tonight, so hang on. We're gonna end with a tiny little song. Be ready, because even if you're not ready, it's happening now. Zing! I'm high strung, universal donor. That's type A, type O. To wake up, calm down, and shape up. Tai chi, type O. No easy money. I'm trying to get rich slow. Standing on the acorn, I planted. I trusted all trees grow. E-N-F-P, Myers Briggs. 6'2" in my highest kicks. Hero to the neighbor's kid. Dolled up, I'm the baddest person. Still like backpacks over purses. Hate the twos or Q's and cursive. Talk real fast when I get nervous. Rap real fast. That's on purpose. I've single-handed some duets. I've been as bad as good girls get, but I don't regret too much just yet. I mostly gave more than I got. Try not to watch the ticking clock like always a bridesmaid, never an astronaut. So sorry to my neighbors. That's the show. Thanks for coming. If you're inclined to post a picture of yourself looking halfway civilized in your Thursday best, using the hashtag show of force majeure, I'll see you next Thursday.